Alright, here's just a quick little video review. There's no intro or anything for this one. Mostly because it would have been like one picture. Just something I picked up randomly at Walmart on the way into work tonight. I found these. They're the Power Webs Ultimate Spider-Man figures from the new cartoon. They had Venom, they had this guy, they had a skateboarding Spider-Man, and they had a Spider-Man with like a crossbow. And the crossbow one looked kind of cool too. But an Iron Fist. Did I say Iron Fist? I may have. I don't know. And usually I'm not a big fan of the Iron Spider design, but something about his little cartoon animated look here, I'm like, I have to have that. Plus, he flings wheels at people. So yeah, I picked it up. Again, articulation, it's about the same as the assemblers, actually. He's got the shoulders that go up and down, and this way, hip articulation, and a ball-jointed head. That's it. So, nothing amazing, but it is a neat little design. I'm glad they are making Ultimate Spider-Man toys, because, like, we've had Spider-Man toy lines for years and years and years where, like, Spider-Man has to do, like, every conceivable recreational sport and activity and stealth armor and electroshock armor, and all stuff that kind of makes sense for Spider-Man to have fighting his bad guys, but they always be, like, Spider Motorcycle, Deep Dive Spider-Man, Web Flinger Spider-Man, when it was never associated with the fiction. And then they put out Ultimate Spider-Man, which is a cartoon which he has all of these gimmicks and crazy armors and toys and gadgets, and for the longest time there were no toys. So I'm kind of glad they are doing it. Like, finally the one Spider-Man cartoon built for the gimmick toy line. So there are smaller figures that are okay, that have the same limited posability but don't look as great. And this is the Power Webs line. All the Power Webs line have this stretchy web here that all functions in different ways. Like Venom, you hook him behind his legs, and it makes him slam his fist down really hard. The crossbow, you kind of wrap it around the crossbow and use this as a stretchy thing to fire the crossbow. Things like that. For Iron Spider-Man, he's got a backpack that looks similar. It looks like it's kind of designed, like, here's his legs. Like, it's kind of designed to be the Iron Spider legs that he has, as well as here on the wheels. You can kind of see that leg design. But it's a backpack, and it clips on just like this, and then you take this Power Web and attach it back into there, and that gives it some springiness. And theoretically, what the idea is, and you do have to support him in that pose, is that you can take these wheels, discs or whatever, put them in the backpack, and then squeeze it and fling them. Now, as you can see right there, that was not the most powerful fling. Partly because since this is elastic, it pulled his arm up. You can hold his arm down and get a little bit more oomph out of him. And that was actually probably the best shot I have fired with those things all day. It's not super powerful. You're not going to fling these things across the room. Unless you could conceivably tie a knot in this and stretch it out a little bit more to give it a little bit more power. You could wrap it around his arm a couple times before you bring it up. Let's try that. Wrap it around his arms a little bit. Hold it down. Bring it up. You do want to make sure it comes around. You may have to put it over in front of his head to make sure it brings the... Actually, that doesn't look like it's giving it any more force, but we'll try. Yeah, put these on here, and then we'll fire them. Yeah, those fired him straight up. So, I mean, like, that first shot you saw was really about the best you're going to get, is if you just put this on normally, but hold the arm down here. It does help a little bit, I think, if you bring it, well, here. If you bring it, either hold it down and bring it up, or hold the arm straight down. It does help, I think, if you bring it across his chest and up into here. It kind of looks like it's choking him a little bit, but that puts it much more in line straight with the angle of the firing. Versus if you have it over here, it kind of you can see it instead of pulling taut, it wants to come down over his shoulder and make it not really give the resistance. So it helps if you bring it across his chest here, and that really gives you some spring and motion in it. But that's pretty much all there is to it. It's just a little rubbery web, and if you don't like the web, you just want the figure, you could just cut it and pull it right through the hole there in his arm. Up to you. But I mean, like I said, it's a neat little design, a neat take on the Iron Spider design. He doesn't stand with this backpack on as well. And then even the package says, when you're not using the flinger, please remove it. Pretty much because he won't stand with it on. But yeah, it's a neat little toy from a neat little gimmick line. There's a couple figures I may pick up from it down the road. But there it is, the Iron Spider. What's he called? Here's the instructions for him. Catapult Smash Iron Spider-Man from the Ultimate Spider-Man line, the Power Webs subline there. It's pretty cool.